Oh, that'll definitely do it. It was up. I think it was. Or... Because I didn't use it for fire the PT parts up. Alright. I only took a 1k loss, so yeah. Pod. For only 5 cents, can you send a sandwich? Not my left, your left. Might be a hot take since I'm new here, but I never had Taco Bell, so if you want to kick me out, I totally get it. They might kick me out of the group for that comment. Northwest, bro. That looks so weird. Oh, right, I forgot. I gotta look at I gotta do something. Isn't it? I think you had elusive. Yeah, okay. No, you're fine. Yeah, just that's the hardest part is when you get the one, you don't get the arrow until right afterwards. So you like gotta, yeah, you gotta stare at it for like a hot minute. Yeah. Your boy Adele. Yeah, I had spine. I had spine, so I was west, ran to east. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, that P7 one though, jeez. I like that not sleeper shot one, but that one was hilarious. I definitely wanted to execute that strat at some point. Yeah, like the derp one. Hell yeah. Oh, you gotta get. No, not fast. Oh, you have to believe. Bro, I can relate. this old thing to get some sleep. There's a sim? Ew. I can double crit for this actually. Yes, apologies in advance. Does anyone want to do fizz range practice as a dancer or machinist or bard for P2 P3 prod on Friday night 9 to 12? Hit me up. I feel like I'm weird, but like it doesn't really make a big difference in terms of this. I mean, the only difference between stats is that like my raid weapon has more crit and direct. There's a lot more DD, but there's no direct. Like that's the difference. Tried. They're pretty much just summarizing everything else up in terms of how we did. I think we saw Nidhogg 8 times, as they mentioned, which is good. But also, I think people have effectively gone for the cleanup on P2 and still trying to there's always that one weird kink that you gotta hash out. So I feel like most of the time that is what it ends up boiling down to. Which don't even get me wrong. Again, once you effectively start realizing the ways in which you got to do this stuff, it totally makes a difference. So hey, I totally get it. Even I'd had to catch myself in moments because I totally forget that the perspective of it of doing different strategies. It's kind of crazy how much more different that the strategies are actually. I think that's the thing that kind of blows my mind, low-key, because I don't really think about it all too much. It's actually pretty crazy. I still can't believe that they do that outer static spot. It is technically mentally way easier to figure out. But I feel like it's a matter too of I don't know. Part of me thinks that there's brain power required just because you got to tell your brain to go move to a spot kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Or if let's say it was 2 towers south and I had south tower with my support and I didn't have meteor and they had it so they had to run. I just picked the nearest spot. I just sit there. I don't wanna, I don't have to actually still take myself and run around kind of vibe. So it's interesting that that's a differentiated mechanic that gets implemented. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that I didn't realize that I think people are still trying to figure out ways to simplify mechanics because I feel like that's the same thing that gets applied to even old ultimates like T and U and that kind of stuff too. People are still figuring out how to simplify certain mechanics. So I think that DSR in its own element is still a young ultimate in comparison, obviously, because it's not 2 years old. It's not even a year old, right? It's not even remotely close to that. So people are still going to be looking to progress and learn ultimates, and so I feel like if you're still trying to clear even UCOB, honestly, and if you're trying to clear any ultimate at this point in time, obviously you're late compared to the people who cleared it on content, but still even just being able to clear it is still a good accomplishment in itself. So I have really strong I still have pretty strong vibes for this group. I think that they're going to be able to have a fun time and make it a fun time progging it too, because again it's for me it's when you make a fight work that really can drain you, you know what I mean? So and again I didn't even mean to find this group. I just went to look for a PA party, and instead I found a DSR party, and so we'll see. I don't really expect myself though to change my jobs in between, because they literally changed from red mage to summoner, and then we went from Sam to Reaper, and then warrior to paladin, which I would have assumed that going from warrior to paladin mitigation wise would have been a lot different, but I guess in a weird way though the rework for paladin actually kind of helps it out, because it kind of sort of acts like warrior sorta, because divine veil and shake give off shield now. The difference is regen versus heal. That's the difference. So maybe the switch between the two is not so bad. I know for certain though that oh, okay, they're talking about they they're talking about doing DSRPF tomorrow if anyone's available or wants to. I see. Makes sense. Alrighty. Thank you. Take care, friends. Thank you for having me. Pleasure. Yeah, until Saturday. Thank you. Like I said, I think that party's fun. Like I said, the thing for me personally is like I like to, you know what it is too. This isn't gonna sound like lame, right? But my circle of friends in 14 is small with purpose. I've always needed a small circle. I didn't really think I would like expand it. So joining this static has obviously helped me expand that circle quite a bit, which I think is awesome. I definitely am going to take time though to not just kind of like talk and meet them on the days that we raid. I'd like to actually try to take the time to meet them on a more personal, like outer raid note, which is pretty cool. And yeah. So that being said, thank you all for hanging out and tuning in. It's actually been it was a fun time today to kind of chill. I am unfortunately though, going to be in need of getting a new microphone stand, so that's going to be my priority for Saturday. So tomorrow, oh, you know what though? That's a problem too. Tomorrow, so I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a game that came out this week called Atomic Heart, and I already need to give you no introduction or explanation that game for me is going to be amazing to play. I 110% want to play that game because, for those who don't know, ultimately it is inspired by BioShock, and that is one of my favorite games of all time. I play that game, I think, once every other year, maybe I would say, just to kind of like catch the moment and relive that experience because it's truly a masterpiece. So Atomic Heart has gotten phenomenal reviews, and oh yeah, thank you. Absolutely, thank you for the follow, and also thank you for having me. I was just kind of like summarizing. Like I said, I genuinely had a fun time reprogging, but also it's fascinating because the ether strats, man. Because the thing is, like, I want to stay humble to the experience because I always try to make it very clear that, like, me personally, like, I've never I'm like late to the ultimate game. I've always been like a savage raider. I've always been capable of doing ultimates, but I knew that because they were kind of like timeless like battles that I would do them whenever I kind of felt like it. But of course, like, my thank you to all my friends who just kind of told me to, like, hey, like, just go do them, right? And here I am, reliving the experience, but also having a fun time doing it. So I definitely plan on kind of like just kind of rehashing those experiences and being able to make sure I can kind of stay consistent. Because I thought in my mind that I was doing like Fire and Ice correctly when I had to get the South Tower, not knowing I had to just statically go southwest. Literally didn't know that's what it was. Because I thought I heard it was inside adjust, but then I was like, well, maybe outside adjust. But it sounds like everyone just goes to a spot, and then that makes more sense to me too. So chances are pretty high though. Like, primal probably does the same thing in PF wise. So like, I might be the one who's just like late to the game because 6 months ago it was always just like insides adjusting and like figure it out. So that's how I always did it. So yeah, glad to hear it. If you're down to free weekend, oh yeah, I mean, like, I love to like I said, for me personally, like I think prog point wise to put myself in like on like the map. So because the thing is, like I said, I've always been the one to adjust mechanically to like roles that are asked for people to make me. So if someone's like, hey, like, can you play samurai? I'm like, yeah, I can play samurai. Oh, do you want to play gunbreaker? Like, yeah, I can play gun. I kind of pick whatever people want me to play. So like for UCOB, like my friends were like, hey, we're gonna do a casual cob group, and like you get to play Fizz range, and I was like, cool. Can I play machinist? Yeah, sure. Boom, I'm playing machinist. When I was doing Uwu for the first time and progging it, I was playing as ninja, and then I was learning that, and then I was like, let me like figure out if I can do gunbreaker, and then I was doing gunbreaker, and then I was like, okay, people apparently really just want people to play Fizz range because no one wants to play Fizz range, and I like playing just the game in general. My longevity of history of characters and things that I've done game wise kind of showcase that. So like, I literally just like to play whatever I can. So, but I also want to not like get in my in my mental too hard and think like, oh, like, if I can dance it, I can definitely bard it. I don't want to do that. I want to like maintain the consistency, unless it's a meme. And then at that point, if everyone's like, you know what, F it, let's just like play different roles in its entirety, then I'll probably switch over to like machinist or get weird with it and play like Reaper. But I gotta figure out which character I have actually has that gear. Like, I can theoretically play Astro because my crystal main has Astro Bis, but like, I'm not healing an ultimate just right away. So that's why I want to like encapsulate it all in one place so I can just mentally be like, okay, cool. No matter what I do, I can do it. So that's all that boils down to. So yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's my thing too. So I just like to do ultimates. That's really what the bottom line is. And you know, there's only 5 fights to do and choose from, but I think for me it's just being able to prog them all. So yeah, like with UCOB, I literally progged it like for a day with my friends, and then we got to like Blackfire Trio, except like I didn't even really study the trios. I just kind of knew what Quick March was, but I still died. And that was what I was playing Machinist. And I kind of like messed around in the middle of fucking UCOB yesterday, and I was like, let me try it again. But I did like a nail prog. And then ooh, I'm technically at like Predation, but like I can clear it because in my mind I know all the mechanics of what to do, but I haven't visually seen it. So like theoretically I can clear it, but I'm at Predation, so that's where I'm at with T. I'm at Wormhole, but I got to clean up not Inception. Is it Inception? Whatever. Phase 3 with Alexander. Like there's always the point when they do the split and then the lasers happen with the T-shaped thing. I always go the wrong way, so I got to clean that part up. And then yeah, DSR. Technically, I was at P6 in Rage, and then like I saw the charge up between Nidhogg and Horace Velgar, but then somebody died to like a thing, and it was weird as hell, and then we died, and that was it. So that's where I was at, yeah. And then top, I can't do it because I don't have the damn fight cleared because PF is crazy. So like during the time periods that I'm not doing DSR, I'm literally going to be in PF trying to clear PA. Like that's just the bottom line idea to it, because I want to get the like this VOD will go on the streams on the VOD channel on YouTube, which is gonna be sick. I promise you I didn't say anything bad. I think I was more so just laughing hysterically during all the commentary because chat can't hear what I'm hearing, but I hear stuff and I'm just like I kind of can't focus, but like I'm here for it though, so like keep on bringing me into it. And then yeah, like I said, we mauled at PF and P8 because that fight is apparently gruesome, so it's crazy, yeah. And I think the craziest thing too about like joining a static is honestly how kind of quickly you like start building comfort. Like I didn't want to chime into moments that, you know, because again I'm not a leader type usually, but I feel like my confidence kind of showcases the idea of like boom, you know what I mean? Like I know it, like I call out the thing in my mind, and then if I can call it out before the person does the call out, then I'm gonna do it. But like I don't want to overtake somebody's call outs because I definitely had that moment one time, and then I felt so disrespectful. So I was like, I need to just shut the fuck up and just like chill, you know? So yeah. If I enjoy doing DSR, oh yeah, I mean, like again, like if I magically don't clear top or unlock top by the time that the freaking raid unlocks, I'm gonna just be in shambles and just deal with it later. But theoretically, I'm trying to clear it between now and like hopefully the middle of next month. That's my prayer to gods for. So so yeah, we'll see how the weekend goes. Yeah, because I'm sorry I can't be there for Friday because like I said, I gotta go to a best friend's birthday because she's like a newlywed. So like you already know that it's gonna be crazy. So we like me and my friends have been planning her birthday for like the past couple of like weeks, and like it's gonna be a whole thing. So it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, by the time a fight unlocks, if I don't have magically unlocked that, like I don't want to get the fight and go in there and like die 100 times in the first hour of the fight and then figure it out later on. Because I know that my face is gonna be like jaw dropped the whole time because like I currently am tanking this tier, so theoretically I want to tank the ultimate, even though like I've never tanked an ultimate besides like ooh and like messed around with it and like not really, you know. I'm not like a freaking tank main, but like I'll do it. You know, it's not hard. Like with time, it'll make sense when I start to put the pieces together. So we'll see. So thank you for giving me the seal of approval on the vibe check, and like I give it back to you guys tenfold as well. Like I said, I was cracking up half the time. I couldn't keep track of what was going on. You guys can easily become like a soundboard with what you guys talk about on a constant basis. Like I'm over here just thinking to myself like, bruh. So yeah, apologies in advance if my brain is like, I'm gonna play Machinist this time around and say F it. Like I will literally be like, yo, I'm gonna go back to Dancer because I feel like I'm gonna grief on Machinist, but you know, I might even try to do like a PF practice where just kind of like get to figure it out for it. But I don't want to be like too comfortable and confident because I'm definitely going to be freaking out over it, and then I'm going to feel like crap because then I'm going to just my mind is going to go down that crazy black hole where then I realize that I made a big mistake, and then I got to go back to my bread and butter playing Dancer. Can't grief harder than you. I don't really know about that. I feel like it could be actually backwards in some way, shape, and form. Um, so I mean, like I said, I had as somebody who was technically progging P6 as dancer, I had a ton of fun reprogging this fight and trying to figure out the nonsense. I kind of forget how much fun it is to do that fight. Yeah. So like my rotation is chill when it comes to dancer. That's why I want to. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't mind trying to figure out machinist or bard. I just know that bard is just like a travesty in DSR. Because the very first, so like when I first tried progging it blind, actually hysterical point, I did it on Ether. I blind progged Reaper and we got to P2, and then from there I like gave up because I saw that and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So there was that, and then yeah, and then I got recruited from my friend, and then she was like, hey, can you play Fizz Range? And I was like, do I have to? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, which ones do I play? And she's like, just don't play Bard. And I was like, can I play fucking Dancer then? And she was like, that's perfect. And I'm like, all right, Dancer it is. Because she told me that everyone was, even like Bard mains were playing Dancer. That's how bad it was. So I was like, okay, I guess I gotta play Dancer, which was fine. I wasn't really complaining. I just like didn't, because I don't know the meta. All I know the meta is just like it's Gunbreaker, Dark Knight, and then whatever melee is doing buffs like crazy. That's all I know. And Astro Scholar. That's all I know. So, like for me, I like if you were like, yo, Adele, you should just play fucking play Reaper, and I'll figure it out. I'll figure out Fizz Range. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking down. I'll kind of mess around with it and figure it out. But that being said, though, I'm not gonna do that because that's a lot of work. But yeah, anyways, that's where we are. But I heard that song alignment apparently is absolutely awful. So like we're not even gonna pretend that that you can kind of finagle it in a way that makes it work. I heard that like it's ridiculously weird. Because then when I think what is it? Because then like you literally can't activate mages until you get the fucking after like post strength, and then I guess you can't even activate armies until you can't even activate armies. You just activate wanderers again, right? See, that's so weird to me. But then you go into Nidhogg being in mages. See, that's why like Bard is in like Bard in a manner of speaking like doesn't need a rework or anything like that. It might want like a little buff, but not a rework. But for the sake of ultimates though, like DSR, I know that it's terrible. But in like Uwu, it kind of slaps. So like it just depends on the ultimate that you're doing. Like Bard probably slaps like crazy in top, but I have no idea. I should check, but I truly don't even like know the answer. I don't check enough to like really know or like care. Like I said, if someone's like, "Hey, you need to play Sage because I'm a kindly ask you to play Sage," I'll fucking do it. I'll just do it. Oh yeah, you see, apparently, like I mean, I'm looking at the website you shouldn't be looking at. Yo, Bard slaps. So like, don't even question it. The job is great. It's just weird for the sake of DSR because of the constant in and outing. So, alrighty, that was all. But like I said, big ups. Thank you for having me. Like I said, I had a blast. Mostly cracking up and trying to like rework the kinks because again, these old man limbs can't figure out things half the time. So I got to just let the brain kind of figure it out. And I think that thank goodness I didn't murder my own self during P1 because I was already like, what's the order for the thing? And I was like, I think I go third. And I went third, and I was like, thank God I was right. I got so lucky. I think I went last for my old static, and I think that's why I was like, which one is it? So, but anyways, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Thank you so much again, and have a good night. Shout out to the squad. I think I'm gonna just let that W sit in its place, and then hopefully we come back to it Saturday and have a good fun time. So with that in mind, like I said, Thursday, like like I said, I really want to play Atomic Heart because it's BioShock inspired, favorite game, like easily top 5 favorite franchises of all time. I plan on playing that game like crazy. Friday I won't be here, birthday party. Saturday I might do a day stream for dailies since we do all the alts, and then I might try and like take a break, and then we get ready again for DSR 9 o'clock same time. So we'll probably stream a little bit like right before DSR starts, or we'll do a little bit earlier just to kind of like get the setup up and running again. But I know that I do have some things now I gotta do. I have a bunch of errands to run now that I'm thinking about it, so it's gonna be really crazy. So, but either way, we'll see. So yeah, thank you. You know, 2 snaps, positive vibes. I love it. Shout out to the squad for bringing me in, and shout out to everyone for watching, sticking around, having a fun time, and laughing at my stupidity, because I feel like that's the most important part. You know, I'm an idiot, and it's good for you to laugh at that, because you know comedy is key. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go take I'm gonna go take a nap, and maybe like, I mean, I took a shower, so I'm really chilling, but I might have to just rewind the clocks and get ready for tomorrow morning. I know that tomorrow morning will be quite the day. So thank you again for everything, Al. You are the legend. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you for being awesome. And yeah, like I said, thank you for just. I'm glad that people enjoy watching Ultimate Raids. You know, I feel like it's a thing that needs to be done. So I personally had so much fun, and like I said, you'll be able to catch the VOD for this. It'll come up tomorrow on the VOD's channel, so go ahead and check out that when it comes up in the morning, and that way also you can kind of keep a track eye for all of it as well. And yeah, just have fun. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.